Good work. Now then, get the drink to the guest. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting.
Ever consider returning to Snezhnaya?
Would I be killing myself with fright here if that was an option? Oh, thanks. Tell you what, I envy people like you. I'm like a man in a leaking boat, soon to be food for the fish. I wouldn't come to this dump if there were any better place to be.
Come now. Surely it isn't that bad. We've still got the light keepers.
You trust them? I wouldn't. Wouldn't trust anyone, really. We're stuck with a wild hunt here. The Snezhnayans can't be bothered, the Lightkeepers can't spare the people, and everyone else, they're a mess. I'd sooner put an ounce of faith in that cannon. Forget it. Let's just drink. Let's see if this new mixologist is worth the billing.
Hello. How may I assist? Good work.
I doubt the Snezhnayans will stand idly by till this wild hunt problem gets any worse. Just leave it over there.
A little spice.
Bet you some people are just waiting for this place to fall further into chaos.
You've got a plan for that then?
Hard to say. But what I can say is that the situation in Ashtown will get out of hand if that cannon isn't fired soon. That gun's a symbol. The most solid proof that ordinary folks like us can stand up against the wild hunt.
Wait.
Well, what if that was nothing but an illusion? What if, let's say, the cannon was never meant to be fired? For our sakes at least.
Surely this town is still of value to those who control it.
Of course, that's all it is. Value. For us, though, there's no place but Nashatown. And we're putting its life and ours in their hands.
I get what you mean. Let's just see how this plays out first.
Seems like they're all talking about the cannon already. Guess that's why Sosie was so anxious.
Hello. How may I... Good work. Now...
Oh, so this order was yours, huh?
Indeed. So, any...
Ah, you two must be Nefer's friends. A pleasure to meet you. If you've got 'em,
Paimon doesn't recall there being any other orders right now.
then come, sit. Jimyon, 2 wild berry trails if you would. Without alcohol, much obliged. Hints is the name. I help out at the Rossum workshop in town.
Paimon's name is Paimon. Pleased to meet ya.
Anyway,
Oh, come on.
So, you've known each other a...
That's right. I came to Nodcry with nothing at all. She lent me money to study a craft, and even introduced me to Aino and the Voynich Guild, which is how I slowly carved out a living for myself.
Yeah, that's a huge favor. Huh.
Well, I don't... Come now. Aino's talents are better spent on issues bigger than basic machine. I did think myself a dab hand at such work at first, but compared to her, it took me a long while.
he's the one responsible.
Oh, speaking of...
That's right. One of Aino's... Nowadays, I've got regular customers. On the flip side, being...
All the more reason to be proactive and do your part. Oh, wait. Just another question that's been bothering me. Have you heard anything about people seeing...
Most would think they'd love... Does this have anything to do with our current wild hunt crisis?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
All right, I get it. I'll keep my ear to the ground for you.
Then we'll take our leave. He's a social man, since he's never...
Huh. That does sound worth noting.
A good idea. Come.
Here's the thing. You can't live life without a little stress.
Thank you for waiting, everyone.
Finally!
Come on, let's go try our hand. Joining us, new guy? No, you won't. The one who'll be mixing the roulette special has to take part.
Since we have the wheel before you is divided into an inner and outer circle. The drinks are divided. Spin your way to during a round of drinking.
This sounds like it might favor.
And that's why the person...
Not that our newcomer looks like the drinking type.
Anything you drink will be replenished. And additionally, I have decided to sponsor a single serving of Dark Horse.
What?
Dark Horse? Indeed. And if our lucky winner can drain the whole serving in one go, they will gain the right to act.
High risk, high reward.
Now, if there are no other questions, let us begin. Allow me to get the ball rolling. Intensity 3. Looks like I'll have to put my back into it today.
Let's go!
Wow, this is kind of intense.
Oh, my turn. All right, man, fess up. You've been making a killing lately. Where's it all been coming?
Hey, bro. I heard you met up with some big shot from the Voynich Guild. Mind introducing me sometime?
A normal drink, huh?
We've reached the final round of the roulette showdown.
I gotta say, you monsters really know your alcohol. This recipe is super good. Teach me what ya?
You're up.
Whoa! New face here just drew the Dark Horse.
Bottoms up! Bottoms up!
Hey, will you be all right? You want to just give this one to Paimon?
Whoa! He actually downed it in one gulp.
Nice job! No wonder you Mondstatters have such a reputation. Me? Well, what do you think? Monsters, of course. Absolutely. If there was something else, I didn't stop to see it. Just took off as fast as I could. Oh, and guess who showed up just as I'd gotten out of there? Those good-for-nothing rat Niki, that's who. If my luck had been just a little worse, they'd have found nothing but my corpse. Or whatever was left of. Either way, there's nothing in there you'd want.
I see some downcast faces. Why, have we all hit our limit?
Says who?
Because you didn't.
In that case, let me raise another glass. To a blast of a showdown and a wonderful evening.
Hello, sir. Lady Nefer has ordered a fresh round of drinks. Could you deliver it to her?
Are they playing
Same as usual then?
I'm not here to do business with you.
Come now, I've already ordered us drinks. Or are you looking to add another line to your ledger of arrears?
Oh.
So, let's go over the...
What are we even doing here? I can give you 3 things. The features of the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt is in fact a phenomenon linked to abyssal power. Fog and monsters follow in its wake. On the flip side, these monsters cannot leave the fog, so the disaster cannot spread quickly.
We already know all that.
Fair enough. Then, here's a map of current Wild Hunt.
That's...
We've never seen anything like this here.
That's not enough. 4 dice.
Cool it, all right? I'm not done. Now, the Lightkeepers don't want you to know this, but weirdly enough, more Wild Hunt sites have disappeared than their involvement.
Isn't that normal?
I'd agree. And really, we've always had a small, stable discrepancy.
What could that even mean?
I've got 2 The odds of the former happen. If you're interested, I'd recommend following.
Paimon doesn't...
Now that's what I call interesting intel. No wonder you've been...
Please, stop.
Oh, stop that. Why, people might start thinking me a bull. Let me give you an opportunity instead. Out of respect for your independent intelligence gathering. An answer to a simple question. For 50,000 off your debt. Have you heard of people seeing familiar faces within a Wild Hunt anomaly? Or experiencing something akin to, say, an illusion?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing at all, Not even for 50,000 Mora?
Hey! No means no, all right? This is about my...
Okay. Well,
You really...
and you've learned quite well. Go on then. I'll swing by again.
Ugh.
So, you're his creditor?
Indeed I am. He's resold my intel quite a few times now, pocketing the difference afterwards. Rather dishonest dealing, if as luck would have it. He would only purchase information from me when he was just about done negotiating with his buyer. So I arranged a little something just for him.
Ooh.
Oh, I was downright beneficent in charging for that betrayal. It was more about the message, really. In any case, I believe that's all we'll get here. Let's go through what we've learned outside.
These are bounties. If you want to negotiate...
Most of our intel seems quite dispersed, so let's try piecing it.
Well, first, no one else has seen that weird phantom, apart from our encounter on Star Sand Shoal.
Indeed. And we have that from multiple accounts, so each statement
What in Tivat could that phantom be?
Agreed. Instances of the wild hunt, what you encountered, in which case, two questions arise. Who is this mastermind? I'll continue investigating along these two lines.
I'm back! Luckily, the store owner kept the medicine bottle I left on the table safe for me. Here you go.
Huh. Thanks a bunch, Yehoda. Take a break. You've earned it.
Oh no, I've got work to do later. And anyway, I was watching it the whole way back. Praying it wouldn't fire. Not until I got back.
Huh.
Of course. I mean, just think about it. Something that size is bound to be comprised of thousands, even tens of thousands of parts, fused in such a way that it can operate smoothly and fire off a Isn't that just so cool?
It has been a while since the last time it fired. Go on, feel free to go watch.
Thanks, boss. Anyway, y'all wanna come?
Might as well. Fruits of our labor and everything, you know?
Woohoo! Let's go!
Wow! What a crowd! People seem pretty excited, too. Just goes to show how big a deal this cannon is, huh?
Oh, for sure. One shot, one kill, problems, and even if that wasn't how it worked, if only I had that.
Hey, don't think like that.
Really? They think that?
Hey, look! It's starting!
Nice one!
Finally, all fixed.
Awesome!
Whew. That sure was powerful. And pretty dazzling, too. Guess that's why everyone's been counting on this thing. Surely the wild hunt doesn't stand a chance.
I feel so...
You know, Paimon's been wondering, if you're so...
I've got some mechanical talents, sure. But this job I have now? Anyway, gotta go. See you later.
Says the person who got salt and medicine mixed. Looks like the crowd's breaking up as well. Let's head over to Hisi Island. Best not keep Lama waiting.
Is no one here? Well, hello. This is certainly a most... Seeing you lifts my spirits after a somewhat disheartening trip. I wouldn't say anything. I recently learned. I'm told she's a little... I needed to come to town anyway. It's just a little hobby of mine. Time is the style, pattern, and think about it. The weight of time it contains is far... These coins have been stuck in my mind. What do they look like? What's... Look at me. Rambling on about coins without... Let me think of a more... Ah, yes. Recently, I purchased a beautiful azure gemstone from a font. I was told it was once embedded in the sword of a champion. Fortunately, I'm very good at appraising a gemstone's. Please, allow me to invite you to... I'll be...
Better to just let the young
Share absolutely everything.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's...
There are leaves around. And I know just the tune to a...
Time to go.
Hello there, Honor.
It's so nice to meet.
Looks like you're in a good mood, Hertha. By the looks of things.
Indeed. Besides all the classics, we all...
Cocktail. Do you remember that time we served as bartenders at the Angel Share?
The only thing is, our current drink selection is quite traditional, and it stopped feeling fresh long, but I need to get back to handling resident requests. And Glenfiddich doesn't have much experience mixing drinks. Plus, we've got a whole bunch of outstanding delivery orders on hand. Honorary Knight, if you're free, could you maybe help us out for a while, just until my other squad gets back from the Stormbearer Mountains?
You'll be amply compensated, of course. plus double pay for overtime, depending on your performance metrics.
Paimon's not sure what performance metrics are, but as the best guide.
I'll do my best to support Lady Paimon in any way I can.
All right. Well, if you're
Oh my. It looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties, and Glenfidia is away somewhere too. Has our dear... Wonderful. Now I can order. That's right. I'm just a carefree If only there weren't so many people with over... Let me think. And if it could help me nod off to sleep late.
Here's a snow-kissed...
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energy. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfidia. Don't worry, there's no rush. Let's chat for a while. Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual... There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Indeed. And caramel sauce is improving food, I suppose. Lately? Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you can't remember? Not bad at all. Back in my student days, to paraphrase a certain Leowed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years in peace. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, You found me that sweet-tasting alchemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since... Surely you're not suggesting I'd take this opportunity to sneak off on a little countryside wander. You caught me. My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery, where I had a little chat with the head housemaid, Adelind. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with, and in her desperation, asked for my help. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendem to teach some raving hounds a lesson. It's been a while since I've had such an invigorating workout. Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time, so there's a good chance many of their tastes have changed. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new ingredients might satisfy our knights' changing preferences. Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting Mondstadt. They deserve some care and respect in return. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natlan. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself, and I must say, I find it just as effective as coffee when it comes to staying alert. As expected, cutie, you're...
Finished! A new... This should help you fall asleep.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully based purely on appearance. It's exactly my style. Full. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of sight. I no longer feel drained of energy. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bed, so good in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of the slumbering road. Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day? Any walk would be more relaxing with you. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of slumbering rose. And I'll make just when the time comes, I won't accept any.
Good afternoon, traveler. I didn't expect the honor of witnessing your harmonizing talents here in Both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the Cat's Tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their establishment. Ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward. I have faith.
Care to give this a try?
Your artistry is... This tastes like a local variant of a Lumideuse Twilight. Am I right? The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a... Though in reality, there's no need for you to be... Your drink was nice, but it would be if you need time to mull things over. They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for making perfumes. Thanks to these, I was able to complete my commission for the Cat's Tail. I studied Mondstadt. However, this is a special case. Some cats are quite averse to the scent of Cecilia, and we need to be particularly mindful. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant I just took it for a little trial run at extracting exquisite fragrances from ordinary overlooked ingredients. Oh, that's what truly brings me... Usually, after work, if it's before a holiday, there was an officer named Terena who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. In the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a widely used solvent. I've grown well accustomed to the smell of it by now. Besides, when I'm slightly, so I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of alcohol. But it really is. In such conditions, when scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient it seems something. When mixed properly, all the ingredients work as one to create a most wonderful symphony for your... Yes, that's it! Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though this trip to Mondstadt has presented some unexpected challenges. When I first got here, I was relying on a copy of An Overview of Aromatic Substances, and to my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used Valberry as the primary note, proved, let's just say, that sweet even in daily life. In the end, perhaps you possess a natural
Here you go. A new and improved, Emily-inspired Lumideuse Twilight. I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
The colors are cooler and more refreshing, and the fragrance is delightfully subtle to match. Are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and leaves of windwheel asters? I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. In the language of flowers, the windwheel aster represents the visible winds. Your cocktail not only captures their form, but also the fragrance they carry. Therefore, I suggest you call this drink Windborne Bouquet. The winds and clouds of Mondstadt swirl together in the glass, leaving behind enchanting traces of fragrance. Really? Now it's time to slowly savor this mass. Thank you so much. This trip to Mondstadt has been so rewarding. This is the most memorable. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrance and a perfume once I've perfected the recipes. Until then,
So you're looking after the drinks. I've got to say, I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the ingredients Glenfiddich has prepared. I don't have much of a choice. As the captain of the reconnaissance company, I have to lead by example. So, I've been intensifying my training lately. Being a descendant anyway, on top of all that, the General Affairs Company has invited a renowned champion duelist from the court of Fontaine to come here for a swordsmanship exchange. Since I'm one of the captains with the highest attendance rate when it comes to these things, and I'm fairly skilled with a claymore, I was chosen as a representative. I have to prepare thoroughly to make sure I'm a serious match for the champion duelist. And then after the exchange, I need to write at least 6 different reports based on the results. Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would be welcome. I'll leave the details to you.
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula. Hope you like it.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Huh. Not bad. Sweet and ting. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit... Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting me on the floor with nothing but a couple of drinks. Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paper. That's right. The merchant I got... Oh, it's in that book, Miss Magistus. After a duel, a fun to properly play host to Miss Cloran. But Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist... Besides, who does... I'll treat Miss Cloran to this juice at our post-training banquet. If you want to know what they launched a diet improvement in the past. Now we just need to bring our standard field rations, comprising of 5... The problem is, the vice captain of the 5th In any case, after eating it for a week, my taste buds have gone completely numb. You can hardly blame the logistics. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp, but... Yes, I have. For a while, the situation there was difficult. A gang of outlaw engineers was messing about with some sort of mechanism control technology, attempting to manipulate ruin graders so they could rob merchant caravans. To make matters worse, leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to keep us warm, before we finally located the enemy's stronghold. Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggled battle mechs. Fortunately, the battle went our way, and they had no choice but to acknowledge my abilities. Me? I'm completely fine. But it was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than it did. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. I guess you could call them a permanent solution, huh?